If you love nature and the outdoors but need to spend time in front of a computer, this one's for you. In this video, I'll be designing and building a dream workspace that brings the outside in. A hand-carved standing desktop made from a single slab of oak, foraged heart oak microphone and lamp stands, and translucent wood lampshades, before unboxing and setting up all the new computer gear. The oak I'm using for this desk is something really special. It's over 125 years old, meaning it stood through both the First and Second World Wars when so many trees were felled. This piece is about 2 meters long, 70 centimeters wide and 3 centimeters thick, and it's a center cut, which reveals these beautiful medullary rays running across the grain like flames. You can just start to see them here. I bought it green a few years ago and it's been seasoning ever since, about 3 years. Now it's finally ready. As wood dries, it moves and can crack. This slab of oak has a large split that I actually rather like, but I don't want it to grow any bigger, so I decided to inlay an oak bow tie to hold the two sides together and stop it from spreading further once it's back in the office. All the carving of the worktop is now finished, so it's time to get it back to the office and installed. But before we do, let's have a look at the ideas I have for the rest of this setup and the tool I use to plan this project. So my brain works in pictures, so when I'm planning projects, I need a tool that lets me visualize everything. And that's why I use Millernote, who are also the sponsors of this video. Millernote is essentially a digital corkboard for your ideas, but it's also so much more than that. It's an online canvas designed to help you plan, brainstorm, and collaborate on creative projects. What makes it ideal for creatives is its flexibility. You can add images, text boxes, arrows, lists, pretty much whatever you want, and then everything can be arranged visually in a way that makes sense to you. At the core of Millernote are boards which can be embedded within one another, kind of like a folder structure on your computer, but even more intuitive. For this project, I created a board for each of the main components as subboards to help me refine my ideas while keeping the main board nice and tidy. For example, I used this board here for the computer selection, adding all potential configurations into a neat table, making it much easier to choose the best option for me. The Web Clipper tool is great for filing ideas while browsing. By simply clicking on the Millernote icon here, I can send a link back to my board. The images have links back to the source, so I can check prices and place an order later. One feature I use a lot on the mobile app is Quick Notes. It's perfect for capturing ideas and inspiration while on the go. Later I can drag those notes into my project boards and organize them properly. And when I'm out and about, I use checklists to stay on track. Whether it's a materials list or to-do list for the day, it's all in one place. And if you're working with others, you can share your boards and collaborate in real time. I shared my board with the powers that be at home to get feedback before finalizing my selections. Millernote also makes starting a project really easy with over 100 built-in templates for different types of creative work. Millernote is also free to use with no time limit, so if you want to give it a try, sign up using the link in the description. My current desk was built when I lived in London, crammed into a tiny office/wardrobe. And to be fair, it served me well over the past 5 years, but it's just a little too small for this project. I'll reuse the existing base and save the old desktop for future projects. I'm out this morning on the hunt for a piece of wood for a microphone stand. Just needs to be a simple block of wood which I can then shape into some sort of cone structure which the mic will then sit on top of, and then the headphones on top of the mic. I've also managed to pick up this rather fine piece of heart oak, which will be a lamp stand to allow lamps to hang over the top of the desk. I modelled the lamp frames in Onshape and printed them on a Bamboo Lab X1 carbon using a wood-based PLA filament. It's biodegradable, quick and ideal for prototyping. While I'd love to make them from real wood eventually, this approach gave me speed, accuracy and the ability to scale the models to different sizes in no time. I went with the Shure MV7 Plus microphone and the Beyerdynamic DT770 Pro headphones. Both have great reputations and are widely trusted. For the computer, I chose a base model Mac Mini with the new M4 chip. My M1 MacBook Air has handled most of my editing up until now, but with recent episodes getting bigger, it's starting to struggle. The M4 Mac Mini basically doubles the specs across the board, so it should comfortably handle everything I need for the next few years. If I didn't own the M1 Air already, I would have chosen the M4 MacBook Air or a MacBook Pro. One of my favourite parts of this entire setup is the translucent lampshades. There's something magical about seeing the light glow through the wood. It's a view of wood you rarely get to see. I've been using this desk while editing this video, and honestly it's one of the calmest, most comfortable spaces I've ever worked in. I feel nestled under this branch, bathed in warm light, and it just feels right. So when you're watching future videos on this channel, this is where they'll have been edited.